If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that's so fitting. The appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough! No more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. Oh, spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou that, notwithstanding thy capacity, received as the sea naught enters there. Of what validity and pitch, soe'er, even in a minute, so full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curia?
The heart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart. And my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, e'er since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, for 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress she will veil and walk, and water once a day her chamber round with eye-offending brine, all this the season of brother's dead love that she would keep fresh and lasting her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay the stead of love but to a brother. How will she love, when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones, are all supplied and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king. Oh, wait before me, to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts would lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country friend is this?
Why, this is Illyria, lady.
What shall I do in Illyria? My brother is in Elysium. Perchance he's not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
My poor brother. So perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you a chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung in our driving boat, I saw your brother, most proud and in peril, find himself, courage and hope teaching him the practice, to a strong mass that lived upon the sea, where, like Arion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfolded to my hope, which you thy speech deserves for taught me the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
I, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name,
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know what great ones do the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia,
What's she?
a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count who died some 12 months since, leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died. For whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company in sight of men.
Oh, that I served this lady, and might not be delivered to the world, had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the Duke's.
There's fair behavior in thee, sailor. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may very well be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me the worth of his service. What else mayhap to time I will commit, only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let my eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that's so fitting. The appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough! No more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. Oh, spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou that, notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea naught enters there. Of what validity and pitch soe'er, even in a minute, so full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The heart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart. And my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, e'er since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, for 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress she will veil and walk, and water once a day her chamber round with eye-offending brine, all this the season of brother's dead love that she would keep fresh and lasting her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay the stead of love but to a brother. How will she love, when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones, are all supplied and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king. Oh, wait before me, to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts will lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country friend is this?
Why, this is Illyria, lady.
What shall I do in Illyria? My brother is in Elysium. Perchance he's not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
My poor brother. So perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you a chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung in our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, find himself, courage and hope teaching him the practice, to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where, like Arion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfolded to my hope, whereto thy speech serves for taught me the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
I, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name,
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know what great ones do the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia,
What's she?
a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count who died some 12 months since, leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died. For whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company in sight of men.
Oh, that I served this lady, and might not be delivered to the world, had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the Duke's.
There's fair behavior in thee, sailor. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid, for such disguises haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may very well be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me the worth of the service. Or else mayhap to time I will commit, only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let my eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
If the Duke continue these favors towards you, Cesaria, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
No other fear is humor or my negligence that you call into question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Duke.
Who saw Cesario, ho?
At your attendance, my lord. Here.
Stand you a while ago. Cesario, thou knowst no less but all. I have enclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrows and to spoke, she will never admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak to her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious, and thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, a shrill in sound. In all the semblant of a woman's part, I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some attended, all, if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife. Whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Were you not even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord in a desperate assurance that she will none of him. And one more thing, that you never be so hardy to come again on his affairs, unless it to be to report his taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me. I'll none of it.
Come, sir, peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his who finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She did make good view of me, indeed, so much that we thought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in stars distractedly. Oh, she loves me, sure! The cunning of her passion invites me to this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring? Why, he sent her none. I am the man! It would be so as 'tis. Poor lady. She were better love a dream. Disguise. I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy it is for the proper faults in women's waxen hearts to set their form. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such we are made of, such we be. Oh, this fadge. My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I'm man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I'm woman, now, alas the day. Save friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy tabor?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchwoman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house. And my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayst say the king lies by a beggar, if the beggar dwell near him. Or thy church stands by thy tabor, if thy tabor stand by the church.
You have said, sir. To see this age, a sentence is but a cheverel glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, and that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would, therefore, my sister had had no name, sir.
Why, fool?
Her name's a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton. But indeed, words are very rascals, since bonds disgraced them.
Thy reason, fool?
I can yield you none without words, and words are grown so false I am loath to prove reason with them.
When thou art a married fool, and thou carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something, but in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, sir, I would, it would make you invisible.
Art thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. And fools are as like husbands as pilchards are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Duke Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me, I'll no more with thee. Hold! Here's expresses for thee.
Now Jove and his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
And my troth, and I'll tell thee, I'm almost sick for one. Though, I would not have it grow on my chin. Is that lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bred, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
I would play Lord Pandarus of Phrygia to bring a Cressida to this toilet.
I understand you, madam. 'Tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great, sir. Begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within. I will construe to them whence you come. Who you are and what you would are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
One is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that while craves a certain kind of wit. She must observe the mood upon whom she jests, the quality of persons and the time, and, like the haggard, check at every feather that comes before her eye. This is a practice full of labor, as wise men's are, for folly that she wisely shows is fit, but wise men, folly fall, quite to taint their wit. Ah, save you, gentlemen, and you, sir.
Do you regard, monsieur?
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are, and I'm yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean that she is the list of my voyage.
Well then, taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean, sir, to go, to enter.
I will answer you with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent and accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
This suits a rare courtier. Rain odors well.
My matter hath no voice to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed? I'll get all three already.
Let the garden door be shut. Leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, in most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. You're the servant to the Duke Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and he must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to put your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, I beseech you, I pray you, I beg you, never speak again of him. But, if you would undertake another suit, I I should rather hear you solicit that than music from the stairs.
Dear lady,
By your leave, I did send, after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that upon you in a shameful cunning, which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake, and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving, enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hideth my heart. So, let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love?
No, not a grise, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Well, then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one were to be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Fear not, good youth, I will not have thee. But yet, when wit and youth are come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho, grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You know nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Oh! Go! Stay! I prithee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
But you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
And think you right. I'm not what I am.
I wish you were what I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I'm your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn. Looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love, which would seem hid. Love's night is noon, Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidenhood, honor, truth, and everything. I love thee so that maugre all my pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, but that I woo thou, therefore, has no cause, but rather reason thus with reason fetter. Love sought is good, but love given, unsought, better.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth. And no woman has, nor never none, shall mistress be of it, save I alone. So adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
But come again, for perhaps thou mayest move that heart which now abhors to like his love.
He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-guard.
Most villainously, I want him like his murder. He has obeyed every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. His smile and face, the lines in his face, are like the new map of the augmentation of the Indies. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. My lady will strike him, and when she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Bring us to where he is.
But since you make pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage. But jealousy what might befall your travels. Being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, though rather by these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
Antonio, I can make no other answer but thanks and thanks. And never out good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. But where my worth is my conscience firm, you should find better doing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
But I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown this town.
Would you'll pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Duke, his galleys I did some service of such note indeed that, were I be taken here, it would scarce be answered.
But like you slew a great number of his people?
The offence is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which, for traffic's sake, most of our city did, only myself stood out. For which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge. I'll bespeak our diet whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge to food of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Happily your eye should light upon some toy you have desired to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle markets, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I never look.
Will you make me believe I am not sent for you?
Go to. Thou art a foolish strumpet. Be clear from thee.
Well held out in faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose, neither. Nothing that is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly. He has heard that word of some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I am afraid this great lover of the world will prove a cockney. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Ionian, depart from me. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money give themselves a good report.
Now, sir, if I met you again, there's for you.
Well, there's for you. And there, and there. Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir! This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your hopes for 2 pence.
Come, sir, hold.
Nay, let him alone. I'll find another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any such law in the area. Though I struck him first. It's no matter.
Hold thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let go. Come, my young soldier, put up your iron. You are, well, blessed. Come on.
I'll be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest check me further, draw thy sword.
What? Nay, I must have an ounce or 2 of this Malapert's blood. Hold, Toby! Hold thy hold! Madam! Will it ever be thus ungracious friends and for the mountains and barbarous kings where manners never were reached out of my sight?
Be not offended, dear Cesario.
Filthy! Be gone!
I pray thee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and thou unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there the many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayest smile at this. Who shall not choose but to go? Do not deny, the shrew is told for me. He started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense in least steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I pray thee, wilt thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Say so, and so be.
'tis the glorious sun. This jewel she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And yet 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. But where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant, yet there he was, and there I did find this credit that he did range to town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me his golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceeds all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust but that I am mad. Or else the lady is mad. But if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs in their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable hearing as I perceive she does. There is something in it that is deceitful. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. You mean well, now go with me, under this holy man, into the chantry guy, and there before him, and underneath that consecrated roof, plight to me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. Ye shall conceal it, whiles you are willing it shall come to know what time we will our celebrations keep according to my birth. What do you say?
I will go with this man and follow. I will go with this man and follow you. And having sworn truth, I will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heavens so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see his letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friends?
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fool?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary. The better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass, so that by my foes I profit in the knowledge of myself. So that conclusions to be as kisses, if your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then, the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
Why, this is excellent.
I might trot, sir, no. Though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that it would be double dealing. I would, sir, you can make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Put your grace in your pocket, sir, for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
Well, I will be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo, secundo, tertio is a good play, and the old saying says the third pays for all. The triplex, sir, is a good tripping measure, or the bells of St. Bennet may put you in mind. 1, 2, 3.
You could fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you will let your lady know I'm here to speak with her and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Lullaby to your bounty then, sir, until I come again. I go, sir, but I would not have you to think that my wanting is the sin of covetousness. But as you say, sir, let your bounty take a nap, I will awake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do know well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bobbling vessel was he captain of, for shallow draught and bulk unprizable. With which such scathful grapple did he make, with the most noble bottom of our fleet, that very envy and the tongue of loss cried fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio who took the phoenix and her brought from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private bridal we did apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what was, but distraction.
Most notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate. though I confess I'm base and ground enough for Sino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ingrateful boy, there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouthed I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him and did thereto add my love, without retention or restraint, all his in dedication, for his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town. Drew to defend him when he was beset, we are being apprehended. His false cunning, not meaning to protect with me endangered, helped him to face me out of his acquaintance and grew a 20 years removed thing. Whilst one would wink, denied me my own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that which you may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me?
Madam,
Gracious Olivia,
What do you say, Cesario, good my lord?
my lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
still so cruel?
Still so constant, lord.
What, to perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings, hath breathed that ere devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it please, my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it. Like to the Egyptian thief at point of death. Kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this. Since you to none regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel lie where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jock and apt and willingly to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Cesario!
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all more than I shall ever love wife. If I do feign you witnesses above, punish my life for the tainting of my love.
I me detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? How forth the Holy Father?
Come, away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario? Husband? Stay?
Husband?
Aye, husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah.
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the basis of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up, be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearest. Oh, welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence, here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness, what occasion now reveals before 'tis ripe. What thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
Marriage. A compact of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joinder of your hands, attested to by the holy crows of wits, strengthened by the interchangement of your wings, and all the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me, toward my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
Thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or will not else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her. But direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Do not swear, have but little faith, for thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon! Send him presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
He has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. Oh, for the love of God, your help. I'd rather than 40-pound hour at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Duke's gentleman, one Cesare, we took him for a coward. He's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman, Cesario.
Hans and Lifelings, there he is! You broke my head across for nothing, and that I was set upon to do by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you said nothing by bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more of it had he not been in drink. He would have tickled your other mates than he did.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
That's all one has hurt me, and there's the end on it. Sot, did see Dick Surgeon, Sot.
He's drunk, Sir Toby, an hour agone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue, and I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who has made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, for we'll be dressed together.
Get him to bed and let his hurts be looked to.
I am sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman, but had it been the brother of mine, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I perceive it hath offended you. Forgive me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other so late ago.
One voice, one face, one habitant, two persons. A natural perspective, that is and is not.
Antonio? Oh, my dear Antonio, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fairest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be a deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Oh, Charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman, what name, what parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such Sebastian was my brother too. He went suited to his watery tomb. Spirits can assume both form and suit. You come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension closely clad, which in the womb I did participate. Were you a woman as the rest goes even, I shed my tears let fall upon your face and say thrice welcome drawn Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow,
And so had mine.
and died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
That record is lively in my soul. He indeed finished his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
Nothing left make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire. Do not embrace me until each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola. Which, to confirm, I'll bring you to a sailor in this town, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble duke. All the occurrences of my fortune since have been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, Lady, you have been mistook. But nature to her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein by my luck deceived. You are betrothed to both a maid and a man.
Be not amazed, the right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings I will overswear, and all those swearings hold as true and soul as doth that orbed continent, the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The sailor that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garments. He is now upon some action in the durance of Malvolio, a gentleman and a follower of my lady's.
East shall enlarge him. Bring Malvolio hither. Alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, is much distract. A most extracting frenzy of mine own, from my remembrance clearly banished his. How does he? Fool?
Oh, truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end as well as any man in his case may do. Has here read a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman.
Now, art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness. And your ladyship will have it as it ought to be, you must allow vox.
I pray thee read it in thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna, but to read in his right wits is to read thus. Therefore perpend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it you, Sarah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The mad we used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
The savor's not much of distraction.
See him delivered. Fabian, bring him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought upon, to consider me as well a sister as a wife, shall one day crown the alliance on it, so please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madame, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you.
Your master quits you.
And for your service done him, so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
Sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord, this same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you, peruse that letter. You must not now say it is not your hand. Write from it if you can, in hand or in phrase. Or say, it is not your seal or your invention. You can say none of that. Well, grant it then. And tell me, in modesty of honor, why you have given me such clear lights of favor. Bid me come smiling and cross-gartered to you. Put on yellow stockings and frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. And acting this in an obedient hope, why have you suffered me to be imprisoned? Kept in a dark house, visited by priests, and made the most notorious geck and gall and air invention played on. Tell me why?
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess much like the character, but out of question it is Mariah's hand. And now as you would think me, it was she that first told me I was mad, and camest in smiling and in such forms as what are presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee be content. This practice has most shrewdly passed upon thee, and now that we know the grounds and authors of it, you shall be both the plaintiff and the judge of your own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl come to taint the condition of the present hour, which I have wondered at, and hope it shall not. Most freely I confess. Myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had against him. Mariah writ the letter as to Toby's great importance. In recompense whereof, he hath married her. How with the sportful malice it was followed, may rather pluck on laughter than revenge. if the injuries be justly weighed, if on both sides cast.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. I was one, sir, and listen to me. One Sir Thomas, sir. But that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember? Madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you smile not, she's gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged. I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He has been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him, and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the sailor yet. When that is known and the golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come. So you shall be while you are a man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
Ooh.